I'm selling my house. I'm buying a supercar. Oh
Yo.
my god.
Fast car checks, another one. Pull up and skirt. Fast car checks, we are first. Put it in first. Pull up and burst, whoa. Yo. Fast car checks, another one.
You're joking. Not another one?
Yeah, so we're back again with another episode of Fast Car Checks. You can probably see what's behind me. Something so special. And like I said, credit to the owner for coming out today and doing this. So we've got this McLaren 720s. We're calling it the Batman Bruce Wayne vehicle because that's what it looks like. So yeah, we're going to do the car review on it today. Go for a nice little spin. We're in the Cotswolds, so we got the weather's on our side today again. Right now it's summertime, so living the dream and all that. But yeah, I'm not going to talk too much. Like I said, we've got this lovely McLaren 720s ready to go. Let's go. Yeah, so Damien, welcome to the show, aka Bruce Wayne. That's his new name from now. Yeah, do you want to just talk a little about this car? So you got a McLaren 720s. Do you want to tell us a little bit more information about it?
Yeah, so it's a 2017 720s. It's a launch edition, absolutely carbon fibered to the hilt. I think it's around about 740 horsepower. It says 720 in the manual, but I think people have had them dynoed. There's always a little bit extra.
Yeah.
You know, McLaren do tend to kind of understate things. It's 0 to 60 in sort of 2.7.
2.7.
2.7.
Standard.
Fucking
Fucking
that's
hell.
a complete stock engine. It's 212 mile an hour top speed. I've never got anywhere near that, honest to God.
Yeah. You don't need to on these roads, but
no,
yeah, again.
No. And yeah, to be honest, I've had just a bit of a love affair with McLaren. This is my second McLaren. Had a 540C. Did a track day at Thruxton. Back this time last year actually, and I just knew I had to get one.
This was for you.
So I got 540C, and I just decided I needed something with a bit more power. And I went for this, and best decision I ever made. But a friend of mine got a 720, called me a pussy for getting a 540. So I ended up getting one after spending hours and hours and hours watching people have loads of fun on them on YouTube. It's pretty much where I've bought all of my cars, after watching countless people throwing them around tracks. And
happy days.
Yeah.
So there you go. If you want to buy a car, tune in, subscribe to my channel, and that's where you get your car fucking knowledge from. Yeah, so can we get a look underneath where the engine bay is? Because usually on normal cars they're on the front, but in supercars of course they're on the back. So can we get there?
I'm not sure how to open this up, to be honest.
Oh, you've not opened it since you've owned it?
I've never opened it.
Okay, fair enough. You haven't needed to though, have you?
No. Touch wood.
Okay, all right. So
touch carbon.
Yeah, touch carbon. That's right. So we're gonna go out in it literally about 2 minutes, but I just want to show you guys some of the bits on it. Like, it just looks so, it's like I keep saying, this looks like the Batman's car, because these little bits here are just like what you draw when you're like 6 and you got that wild imagination, and you're like, right, I'm gonna draw me the superest car I've ever drew. And like,
everything's around downforce with this car. So you know, every single vent you see has got a purpose. It's all about, you know, sucking air through the car. One, to keep the engine cool, and also to keep you glued to the road. It's a rear wheel drive car, and she's a Hellcat. You know, when you plan yeah. Good guy. Fucking hell, now. First time I've been chucked in a McLaren.
He's getting trolled now by the old boys in the Range Rover.
But, yeah, no, literally everything. So you've got on the doors, you've got the sort of the scoops there. That's all about sort of like pulling air through to keep the engine cool.
Yeah.
But you've got the air brake here, so this goes up and down.
What, when you're going at like high speeds, low speed sort of thing? Yeah.
And then when you slam on, which you do need to do every now and again in this car, it will adjust and it will tilt to give you more downforce.
Yeah.
But
so sort of like similar to the Veyron was one of the first companies to introduce that thing.
And this was a carbon fibre extra. This was additional. So this doesn't come as standard. A friend of mine, Christian Chapman, he's got a 720 and his doesn't come with this as standard. It doesn't come with a roof scoop, which he was annoyed about when we met up at the weekend.
So it's fully loaded. Like even just these bits here are just carboned out. Do you know what I mean? Like he said, everything on this car has a purpose. Like this is for like aerodynamics, shoot it all through so that it's just all, everything is just designed for the best performance of a McLaren 720s or any sort of this sort of car. Again, carbon fiber in the steering wheel, as you can see. These seats, amazing. And they're comfortable as well. Like obviously I've been in a supercar before and that was comfortable because it actually had like the race bucket seats, so you strapped in. But yeah, just immaculate, absolutely immaculate. There's carbon fiber again in these bits here. Like this is the attention to detail. If you look at it properly, this is just where you close the door. So on most cars you just have either the color of the car or you have like these rubbery bits, but again on something like this you've got forged carbon, and then you've got the carbon bits there again, forged carbon in the door shut there. On top of these doors there's carbon, so as you can see probably up there, roof scoop here. It's just, yeah, I've got to spend a bit of time on the outside of this car because, you know what I mean, it's not every day someone brings you a McLaren 720s. But yeah, again, more carbon, headlights, carbon, everything's just, yeah, amazing.
Resin got that sauce in it.
Out here, real dogs hold it down out here. Real dogs floating down out here. Me not like Joker, steer from here. I fear the most I cry, taste no life. Life just goes by. Falling never. Balling whenever. Balling forever. Big boy stepper, trying to get my life better. Vibe setter, big boy take off. Big vibes let off. Big time getter, go getter, flow better, know better. Falling never. Balling whenever. Balling forever. Big boy stepper. Out here, real dogs hold it down out here. Real dogs floating down out here. Me not like Joker, steer from here. I fear the most I.
So we're gonna head out now, go for a little drive, and yeah, see what this thing's about. We are in the McLaren 720s. Is that right? Yeah.
Yeah, 720s.
720s. And what are these on brake horsepower roughly?
Roughly about 720. But they're hand-built engines, so they're all different. And a lot of people, you know, have had them dynoed, and they come in at sort of like 740 to 760. But the 720 sounds about right.
Yeah. Oh, these are crazy, man. It's good because obviously McLaren's only had like the F1 back in the day. Now they're sort of like produce a range of supercars now, aren't they? If you think back to the early 90s.
Yeah, like the 12C was like one of the first real kind of like affordable ones. But then like a lot of reliability issues with them. And then there's this sort of like other iterations that come out, like the 540s, the GTs, the 600 LTs. 600 LT is a bit more of like a raw drive. It's a bit more immersive, whereas this is a bit more, even though it's more power, it's a bit more drivable as a daily, because this is my daily car.
Daily car?
Yeah.
What, every day?
Yeah. I got a Range Rover as well, like an Evoque, first edition, and that's sort of like if I need something a little bit more sensible. But to be honest, I don't use it. I tend to go in this, and even when I've got like a long journey, I'll prioritize this.
Yeah, so this is more like that's all like daily what you go to when you get the keys out and you think Range Rover or McLaren, straight to the McLaren.
Yeah, like this is parked on the drive, and then the Range Rover's parked just a little bit further down. It's the first thing I see when I open the door. So I mean, like, life feels good when you open the door and you see this, and it's like,
nah, that's right.
I'm taking that with me.
Yeah, nah, that's the thing. Like a lot of people like have these cars and I put it in the garage, and it's a garage queen.
Yeah,
it's like.
I got it just before Christmas.
Yeah.
Got it just before I went to Las Vegas. Actually, I went to Las Vegas for the Mr. Olympia contest, and I bought this literally a week before I went. And then we got all of that snow landed just before Christmas, so I couldn't drive it. So I was in Vegas, and all I wanted to do was get back to the UK, so I could drive my car. Got back and managed to get out a little bit in it, but I've had it 6 months now, and I've only put 2,000 miles on it in 6 months.
That's enough.
So I say it's my daily, but I don't have reason to drive every day. When I do, I go for this.
Well, why not? Why not? I would anyway. It's straight down here. Sound, and then just the raw engine noise.
I like the sound of the downshift. It's the way it drops, it just feels nuts. And even though it's rear wheel drive, you do get a slight bit of wobble. So it's variable drift control, so you can turn on and off how much traction control you got. This is on full traction control, so I've not, the problem is if you try and send it and you're not perfectly straight, you will go sideways and you'll end up in a ditch.
So it is that sort of like, when you say rear wheel drive, it is like proper scatty sort of. I think so. The thing is, obviously you're putting it down nicely, but obviously you probably have took it to its limits at times. And
I almost stuffed it on the test drive. I went for the test drive, and I say the test drive, I'd already bought it. I bought it, I completed on it, and I was like, oh, I better come and drive it then. So I took it for a spin, and I got a bit enthusiastic, and I put my foot down, trying to pull out at a junction, and I pulled out a bit too aggressively, and the car proper snaked.
Well, obviously you don't probably try to kick it out, because there's a lot of money, isn't it, to try kick something like this out, I'd imagine.
Yeah, I used to have a GTR. I've had two GTRs, and I used to try and get that to kick out, because you could trust the onboard computer to just correct you and pull you back.
This is crazy, man.
Whereas this, not so much. If she goes, just hope for the best.
That's it. Of course.
Because when it goes, you're not doing 50.
No,
you're doing 120, 140.
On a track.
On a track, not on the UK road.
On a track.
But the thing is, I had a GTR, and I was like, oh, nothing can touch a GTR, nothing can touch it. They're invincible. And I was like, oh, GTRs, they're like the mythical creatures, GTRs. They're like minotaurs. They get so much respect. track day, and I drove an Aston Martin, I think it was a Vanquish, which was so boring.
Yeah, yeah.
Porsche.
It's more of like an older man's car.
Yeah, like a Porsche, it was really boring. And then the other two cars were Ferrari 488, or may even have been a 458,
yeah,
and a McLaren, and it was a McLaren 570. And I was really excited to drive the McLaren straight over. I was really excited to drive the McLaren, and I took it out, and I had such a blast in it. It was only three laps around Thruxton,
yeah,
and it was incredible. It was so much fun. And I got out the car, and I said to the instructor, "I'm buying one of those."
Yeah,
and he was like, yeah. And I was like, "No, seriously, mate." I said, "I'm buying one."
And there you are.
And then within 6 weeks, I bought the 540C.
There's no lag as well, is there? It's just got the V8. It just pulls along, and then this turbo lag kicks in, and it's just like such an awesome car. We're going uphill as well, and it's just, oh my god, this is ridiculous, bro. So I'm about to take the McLaren for a drive, and like I said, I've got to shake his hand one more time for the 20th time for letting me do this. It's not every day you get to go out in the McLaren 720s in the passenger seat, so the fact that I'm about to have a little drive in this is like, yeah, do you know what I mean? But the battery's running low on the GoPro, so we're going to keep it moving. So we're in, what mode are we in now? We're in Sport. So he started me straight in the deep end. He's heard rumours that I can drive apparently. But yeah, no, like I said, obviously I've got to say, big thanks for this. Yeah, you know what I mean? Obviously, you know, when I first started doing this channel, these are the sort of cars I could only imagine to drive, so to actually now be out in one, as Biggie Small says, it was all a dream. There's just no lag on it. As soon as it's so responsive. Oh man, this is different. This is so different to anything I have ever drove. Wow. Fucking hell. I don't even think I've got out of fourth yet. No. This is a fucking machine. I'm selling my house. I'm buying a supercar. Oh my god, bruv, I ain't even gonna want to get in my M2 ever again. Fuck the M2, bruv. This is sick. When I had a GTR, I was like, nothing could top a GTR. Where do I go from here? Yeah. And then I made the foolish mistake of going on a track day, and I realised where I was going. It was straight into British engineering. I was waiting goodbye to Japan, and I was getting involved in the British. And like I said, I had a 540C first,
and I absolutely adored it. And then I just hit the fucking button, and I went into this.
And I bet as soon as you drove it, you just thought, I am never selling this, so you know it's up again, innit?
Yeah, like, I keep trying to say to myself, you know, claw a bit of cash back, get something a little bit more sensible. But then every time I get into this, I'm like, no.
Yeah.
I'm keeping it.
Mother Lord. Jesus Christ, man. Wow. I'm in fourth now. Third. It's that third gear, innit? Every fucking gear. Like if you start from third.
Yeah, it's because it's rear wheel, it picks up real fast.
Rolling road, this would destroy a lot of cars, isn't it?
Yeah, like it's what it does on a lot of the track races. So you know when you see like car wow and stuff, off the line because it's rear wheel, it does get taken.
Yeah.
But by the time they hit half a mile,
It's gone, isn't it?
it's gone.
Yeah.
And then when they do the rolling races, just nothing really touches it. You know, there's a lot of you know souped up Porsches out there, and you watch a lot of the videos and they know who they want to win, so they're very, very particular with the cars that they pick. But if you take a stock 720 against a stock, you know, GT3, you know, there ain't much that's gonna hang with it, you know.
So yeah, it has come to the end of the video. Big up to Damien for coming out today and letting this happen. What a car, what an experience. Whoever's got this sort of money, buy one. Buy one, that's all I can say.
And if you don't have the money, find it.
And fucking buy one. So we'll end it there. I'm gonna give it one more baby send. Let's go. Rolled up, yeah? Yes, cuz, what you saying? Yo, this is my cousin, you know, he's from fucking Gloucester but lives up in London, yeah? And I was eating in the middle of these sticks. You know what I mean? We're just recording the MCLAREN, cuz he rose through. Yeah, man, big up TY. Go and follow, what's the Instagram these days? Tara Atsu, yeah? Go and follow that up, innit? Bark up, brother.